This is from the August 27th edition of the Wall Street Journal, and it's called Talking Trash, Tokyo Residents Feud Over Junk. Controversial new rules add to the confusion. Banana peels at the door. It's one of the most heated topics in Tokyo. What kind of trash can be burned? Yoshino Iwase was sure styrofoam trays, the kind meat comes packaged in, could be thrown with burnable garbage. But her neighbors kept bringing my trash bags back and leaving them on my front doorstep with a note saying styrofoam isn't burnable, says the 44-year-old human resources executive. It smelled pretty bad, Ms. Iwase says. She was relieved when she eventually moved apartments. Technically, Ms. Iwase's neighbors were right. Tokyo's rigid trash rules used to consider styrofoam trays, along with things like rubber rain boots, plastic, and tinfoil wrappers from candy bars too harmful or difficult to burn. But in a controversial overhaul beginning this fall, the city is changing the rules to widely expand the number of items that can be burned in the city's 19 giant incinerators. At a time when recycling has moved to the forefront of environmental debates in the US, Tokyo's measures sound like a contradiction. Already, Japan burns about 80% of its garbage, compared to 14% in the US, and has 2/3 of the world's waste incinerators. But land-scarce Tokyo faces a dire situation. It's running out of places to put its trash. Decades of fervent consuming have left Tokyo with one remaining landfill, and it's filling up fast. Recycling isn't enough. At current rates, Tokyo will run out of space to put garbage in 30 years, government officials say. After that, some sanitation workers say the only place to dump trash will be in the city's limited number of public parks, a horrifying thought for many. We are trying to get to the point where almost everything is recycled or burned, says Junichiro Kondo, a city sanitation manager who holds a 4,000-page reference book on Japan's national policies on garbage. The new trash rules could prolong the life of the landfill by at least 20 years, he says. After a 6-year investigation, city engineers concluded most of Tokyo's giant incinerators could handle burning additional types of garbage without damaging the facilities or releasing harmful fumes. What's more, they said burning plastic actually raises the overall temperature and helps burn other trash faster. But Tokyo tactics have enraged environmentalists, who say burning trash is an antiquated and dangerous way to dispose of trash. Toshikazu Fujioka, a representative of the Citizens Against Chemical Pollution in Japan, a nonpartisan group, says that while the Japanese have made incinerators safer, the city's decision to burn plastic, rubber, and other materials will cause facilities to release even more harmful dioxins and carbon emissions into the air. Plus, it leaves piles of toxic ash that must be disposed of. Yes, we've got to decrease the use of landfills in Tokyo, but we should do it with a comprehensive recycling program and by getting the public to reduce the amount of trash it produces, Mr. Fujioka says. City officials insist incinerators do not emit harmful fumes, and that engineers are constantly monitoring the facilities to make sure they continue to be safe. Toxic ash, they say, is stored in airtight compartments and is not hazardous to the public. Many of Tokyo's 23 wards are going on a public relations blitz, handing out flyers in Japanese, English, Chinese, and Korean, assuring residents that incinerators are safe. The Shibuya Ward in Western Tokyo is offering school field trips called Getting to Know Your Incinerator that publicize safety measures workers take. The building is kept so clean, visitors must take off their shoes and wear plastic booties so they don't bring in outside dirt. Still, Mari Sekizawa isn't looking forward to the new rules. The 35-year-old advertising executive already has 3 trash bins, recyclables, combustibles, non-combustibles, in her kitchen. I was just getting used to it, says Ms. Sekizawa. The new rules, she says, are so annoying. Under these rules, rain boots can be tossed out with the burnables, but only if they're under 30 centimeters, or about 12 inches. A separate rule categorizes trash over 30 centimeters as oversized garbage, to be collected separately and sold at public auction. Leather loafers and belts can soon be burned, but metal buckles must be detached and tossed with non-burnables. What's more, each of Tokyo's 23 wards has a different set of rules. So while plastic detergent bottles may be taken out with burnable trash in Shinagawa Ward, a few miles away in Shibuya, they must be emptied, cleaned, and recycled. Tokyo has done its part to catch cheaters. In 1994, the city forbade opaque plastic bags and made residents use clear plastic bags, in part to make it easier for trash collectors to see if separation rules were being followed. But that led to a spike in the population of black jungle crows, which feed on garbage they spot in the clear plastic bags. So in 2005, the city handed out bright blue nets for residents to guard their trash in the plastic bags. There are no fines to punish offenders. That's because Tokyo can rely on neighbors' ire to keep everyone in check. Sanitation workers can refuse to collect garbage that is improperly separated or taken out on the wrong day or left in the wrong place. This adds to the shame of the culprit, since neighbors will see that the bag wasn't collected that day. According to Ryoichi Sawachi, a 62-year-old maintenance man in charge of trash at a Tokyo apartment complex, a messy communal area sends the residents a message that residents don't obey the rules and can lead to crime and property devaluation. A person's morality is really tested when it comes to disposal of trash, Mr. Sawachi says. Punishment takes various forms. When 27-year-old apparel maker Asami Sakurai moved to Tokyo from Yokohama in 2004, she didn't know which days to take out her burnable and non-burnable trash. So a neighbor showed her, laying a bag full of banana peels, toilet paper rolls, and soggy rice cakes out neatly on Miss Sakurai's front doorstep. Hideo Hotoda, head of sanitation in the Shibuya ward, says he will follow the current rules until the new ones kick in October. But he cringes every time he tosses out plastic tofu containers and detergent bottles with non-burnables that will fill up precious landfill